lest we forget. Deuteronomy. Do not forget the Lord. Be careful to follow every command I am giving you today, so that you may live and increase and may enter and possess the land that the Lord promised on oath to your forefathers. Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the desert these 40 years to humble you and to test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. He humbled you, causing you to hunger, and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your fathers had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Your clothes did not wear out, and your feet did not swell during these 40 years. Know then in your hearts that as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. Amen. How true, O King, as they say. A little bit naughty here. Costas, they're letting me do it. There's no one else in here actually, so it's all right. Right, so there we are then. Love you, my Lord, yes, indeed, right? And because the Israelites are your chosen people, then you have tested them the most through all the centuries. No one has suffered as your chosen people have suffered. Put my back straight where I found it. Right? Okay, well, for an adult, this is fine. I can understand suffering very easily in terms of the more God makes you suffer. You know, philosophers envy those who suffer. The more suffering that you have in your life, the more you are blessed. And if you have it all easy, you see, I mean, you don't appreciate things. Whereas if you've had a bit of testing and trials and tribulations, you appreciate things. Well, it's obvious. Not for a child, okay? I've seen too many babies die in my arms in Africa and whatever, in the news, you know, whatever. Okay, but the real thing, AIDS, landmine, whatever. Little 7-year-old, okay? Most of his leg blown off, you know, the femoral artery is pumping out his life, and his little eyes just go, okay, and then he's gone. But we manufacture and sell these blasted things, landmines, that is. So that's not very loving of us, the West, is it? But the deep, profound, absolute, no questions, no arguments, underlying point of that reading is to love God first, through everything, through thick and thin. Don't, you know, you material prosperity and so on, which is basically what's going on in the West now. And it's like, we're fine, you know, we're the big cheese, we've got our nice this and that. No, you haven't. God could snap you out like a light overnight, have a heart attack. I mean, Paul Sankar, I'm not saying that he was not a living God, but the fact is he was a top squash player, and he went on, he strained his heart 30s, okay, another chap, the Royal Free Hospital. I used to work there in London. My brother trained there as a doctor, and I was in orthopedics at the time. 27-year-old, you know, doing 100-hour weeks regularly, stressed him out. 27-year-old, all his life ahead of him, book gone. I'm not, again, suggesting that he, you know, actually what you wish your enemies is a long life. So, you know, feed and water them and so on. Wish them a long life so they might eventually see the error of their ways, actually, or whatever. But this is what Paul tells us, and he's right. So don't forget to love God. And if he made his chosen people, the Israelites, suffer 40 years, well then, there it is, you see, rock solid, should be, in the Jewish spirit. I love you, my Lord, with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength.